Wars are often remembered for their devastation and loss, but some conflicts reshaped the world in profound ways, leaving legacies that defined entire civilizations. In this exploration, we're diving into history to understand not just the battles fought, but the waves of change they set in motion. Let's take a journey through 6 of history's most pivotal wars and ask, can we really call one of them the best in terms of its impact on human civilization? 1. The Greco-Persian Wars, 499 to 449 BCE, defending the birthplace of democracy. In ancient times, a powerful empire, Persia, set its sights on conquering the small yet fiercely independent Greek city-states. Against all odds, these city-states united and pushed back, preserving their freedom and ideals. By protecting Greek independence, they laid the groundwork for what we now call Western civilization. Why it matters. The survival of these city-states allowed for the flourishing of philosophy, democracy, art, and science. Figures like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle would later shape Western thought and values. Legacy. The victory of the Greeks stands as a symbol of the triumph of freedom and human potential over overwhelming force. 2. The American Revolution, 1775 to 1783, a fight for freedom and self-governance. Fast forward to the 18th century, when a group of colonies fought for independence from one of the world's most powerful empires. The American Revolution was not just about territory. It was about a new vision of freedom, equality, and self-rule. Why it matters. The United States emerged as the first modern democracy, inspiring revolutions around the world with its ideals of liberty and justice. Legacy. The success of the revolution set a precedent, inspiring movements for freedom and independence globally. Today, its ideals remain central to democratic societies. 3. The Napoleonic Wars, 1803 to 1815, spreading revolutionary ideas across Europe. Led by the ambitious Napoleon Bonaparte, France embarked on a series of campaigns across Europe, challenging monarchies and spreading revolutionary ideals. Though the wars brought destruction, they also forced Europe to rethink its old systems. Why it matters. These wars introduced the concept of equality before the law and challenged the traditional aristocracies, planting the seeds for modern European nation-states. Legacy. Napoleon's Civil Code, which enshrined rights and protections, influenced laws worldwide and reshaped European society. 4. The American Civil War, 1861 to 1865, a nation redefined. The American Civil War was a struggle over the heart of a young nation, a battle between ideals of freedom and a harsh, oppressive reality. This conflict reshaped the United States and brought about monumental social change. Why it matters. The victory solidified the United States as a unified nation and set it on a path toward becoming a global power. Legacy. The end of this oppressive system in the U.S. signaled a moral shift and paved the way for future civil rights movements. The war also advanced technology and infrastructure, with innovations like the telegraph and railroads. 5. World War II, 1939 to 1945, a global fight against tyranny. World War II remains one of the deadliest conflicts in history, yet it is often seen as a necessary war, one that confronted brutal regimes and shaped the modern world order. This global struggle saw allies from diverse nations come together to defend freedom and human dignity. Why it matters. World War II ended fascist regimes in Europe and Asia, paving the way for democratic nations to rise and promoting human rights on a global scale. Legacy. The post-war period saw the creation of the United Nations and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, aiming to prevent future conflicts. Advances in medicine and technology, like antibiotics and radar, transformed life in peacetime. 6. The Cold War, 1947 to 1991, an ideological battle without a battlefield. Unlike other wars, the Cold War didn't play out on battlefields but rather in the spheres of technology, space, and ideology. It was a global standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union, shaping the political and cultural landscape of the late 20th century. Why it matters. This conflict pushed technological boundaries and led to breakthroughs in space exploration and military technology. It also spurred economic development and ideological debates that reshaped global alliances. Legacy. The Cold War's end marked a shift towards globalization, with increased cooperation between former adversaries. Its lessons in diplomacy and restraint are still relevant today. Reflecting on war's complex legacy, when we look back, it's clear that these wars reshaped the world, often at an enormous cost. They forced societies to change, spurred advancements, and led to greater understandings of human rights and democracy. Yet, every war comes with profound suffering, and its positive impacts are often the unintended results of painful losses. In the end, perhaps the true measure of a best war is not found in the battlefield victories but in the peace that followed. Each of these wars, in its own way, made strides toward the world we know today, leaving a legacy that endures beyond the violence. Let this reflection remind us of the dual nature of war. It has the power to destroy but also the potential, when peace is achieved, to inspire and renew. If you like this article, please like and subscribe my channel. Stories and more, and share to others. Thank you.